everyone is in good spirits. Thank you for coming in and taking your time to watch this. I would like to introduce another Decode pick, and once again, this was random. I'll be speaking of the short film 405. 405 hitting the internet charts with a comedy that went viral before viral was viral. The film 405, it is a 3-minute film released on June 2000. It was produced by Bruce Barnett and Jeremy Hunt on a $300 budget using significantly self-taught skills with personal computers. 405 is also one of the earliest viral videos. It immediately became notable as an early example of the revolution in digital filmmaking and the use of broadband internet as a channel to distribute media. So that sounds like today's like TikTok back then in 2000 or something, talking about viral and even using broadband internet that was like unheard of yet. So, and it was expensive. They did this on a $300 budget. So it says, and the results rival that of many major film and television production studios at the time. So let's watch.
175 and proceed to 3,000 feet. Roger that, LAX. We're not going to be able to make that approach. We're having trouble maintaining altitude.
Shaping up to be a rough commute out there today. Watch for an accident on the 101 near Sherman Way. And we're just getting word that the 405 southbound has been shut down completely. Looks like some sort of police activity. Got it cleared for a 2-mile stretch from 118 all the way up to Victory. As soon as we get more information, we'll let you know. But in the meantime, we'll get you through in another 40 minutes to your favorite hits on KTV.
That dude got the middle finger, a funny movie. Looks like it was a comedy. And the graphics, I mean, they're not like up to date like today's graphics or anything, but for that time it was pretty impressive. And they said they did this on a $300 budget. I know what you're thinking. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Here we go again with another conspiratorial video about reptilians. This decode was totally random, no coincidence. And just because the sight of the eyes, or you saw the eyes, those reptile eyes, this is no horror. Don't get spooked out. The movie is a damn comedy. So here we go and continue, but that's very odd. So reptilian eyes, what is that equal to in Gematria? 67. And what also equals 67 is Revelation NIV, New International Version for short, has that 67. And look at the numbers they share in common, 166 and 169. 6 is the 9 again, really, if you turn it upside down. So it's very similar. And that's in Gematria. You could look up Gematria online. Okay, so we have June 5th, it was released. So you also have that 6-7, if you add up the numbers there. The release day of this film equals to 67. So connections with the 67 and Reptilian Eyes, Revelation NIV, and now the date. So as the saying goes, numbers don't lie. These connections to the words and numbers using Gematria, and later on in the discussion using astrology, tarot, have made this decode very intriguing for me. So right here, I looked up the first verse. Thinking of revelations in the Bible reads, the revelation from Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants what must soon take place. He made it known by sending his angel to his servant John. So this was a sign to believe in the Bible for what it really is. Keep the arguments about faith and religion to yourself. That's what you believe. That's what you believe. Factually, the book was written by a man. But there's universal understanding in all religions about a Christ-like figure coming to the earth. A light people say, right? And this revelation he gave to a Christ in form of an angel. So let's continue. There's another connection to an angel later. Left with no tarmac, the plane descends onto a highway, the 405 in Los Angeles, California. You can get to the interstates easily, San Diego, and things like that. 405 equals 45, and the filmmakers decided this to be the title of the movie, so it might be relevant, but I think there's a high probability because of, you know, the other things that we found already. And let's see this part, like the most funniest part. The old lady flips this guy. And who is this little angel in this movie? You see at the end of the movie, the sweet old lady flips the middle finger at the main character, and it burns me to say this. What was her name? Her real name, Angela Burns. I mean, an old lady with a middle finger up is not something you see every day, but being this movie is a comedy, the protagonist being the idiot for driving through a closed off highway, the plane falling on his truck, and the fool was more worried about crashing into this sweet old lady. Usually a symbol of wisdom, this one is showing you the finger. Pretty funny indeed. Right away, I thought of, right there, it looks very clear. If you take away the A, it looks like Angel Burns. So the angel, the messenger, burning. Did she go straight to hell for this one? Maybe. But it's deeper than angels and demons. Recently, I found out through listening to a discussion on Gematria that archons means numbers and angels means numbers in the Chaldean language. But I always thought that was interesting. Angels and archons means numbers, and that's what we're trying to do here, the connection between words and numbers with Gematria. So angels are the numbers. In other interpretations, angels are angles, the angles that shape this dimension, the numbers that guide us to knowledge. What angles did the producers have when making this film? The angel burns. What an angle. And who was this angel in this movie? This little angel curses the main character. And what does angel burns equal to in Gematria? 45. Just like it does the interstate 405. There are jokes about I-405 because they say it takes 4 to 5 hours to get anywhere, because it's always busy, and on this day it wasn't busy, it was actually closed off. So on the 405, the angel burns, and Angela Burns actually is the one that equal to 45. Also, light equals 144 in Gematria, which equals to 45. So that funny moment might have brought a light laugh, a chuckle. However, light pulls the sheets off darkness. The occult is brought to light. At what angle or number or what message did the angel want to give us? And I found this other clue right here. Saturn returns equals 1106, and you'll see the pattern. With the first Saturn return, a person leaves youth behind, estimated to occur at roughly the ages of 27, 31, 56 to 60, and 84 to 90, I believe. 27 and 56, if you break it down, is this number right here, 911. So was the angel trying to tell us about this event? Was this reptile trying to tell us about something? Numbers 405 when written is 405, which is also equal to 1106. And I thought this was hilarious. There's no such thing as a coincidence. One of my favorite phrases, philosophies, that nothing is really random. Things are predestined. Did the Watchers give us these clues? There is no such thing as coincidence. Gematria 1106, just like 405, and Saturn returns. 9 and 11. But I swear you can't make this up. The numbers that can't be forgotten. That 9/11 date that connects to many timelines. That is the power of these decodes, to show you the power of words and numbers. Don't take movies, art, or music for face value. See yourself, the intent, listen to the notes in the background music. And I invite you to study yourself, your name, your date of birth, through the numbers. Make those discoveries, amaze yourself, but let's continue. Looking for another hint, I found this on the hat. I wouldn't want to play for this team. Super Suckers. The Super Sucker Predator revealed. That's just me playing around, writing this stuff down. Or is this a play off words coming from Super Soakers, I thought? And I put this up right here. So a 90s toy water gun. A lot of people had these toys, and it sounds practically the same. So anybody that read this was like, oh, let's play off this. If you look deeper, I feel it's a hidden message. We could easily say that the character is the super sucker for what he did. Or are we the super suckers? So super suckers, super soakers, right? Equaling to 49 in full reduction gematria. 4 and 9 is the number 13. And when you pull up the 13th card in tarot, you get the death card. The messenger of death riding that pale horse. The card of transformation, new beginnings, and ending. So I thought that was pretty interesting with the event, with the date that we just mentioned. Continuing, after finding super suckers, it made me think of other things related to the name. The filmmakers thought it was a funny idea to add this to the movie. They knew that no one will be picking up on their scent. So the term ignorant bastards came to my head. And those reptiles do leave a nasty stench. Bars. Ignorant bastard. In Gematria, ignorant bastard equals 45 in Chaldean, just like the title 405 equals 45. And also 65 that we get back here with the date, June 5th, 6-5, and you get those two numbers right there connected. So part 2, the King and the Pope, the second part of the movie, 405. The decode will be available soon. I wanted to divide this into different parts so it flows better. This is my interpretation, my decode of this movie 405. Feel free to share your knowledge or truth, but I ask you to be positive, have zero expectations, and be open. So what do you think? I already decoded the whole movie on paper, so a complete version will be out soon. The second part will be even juicier and funnier. I promise. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this. And I love y'all.